It is 6:48. This is your morning in 8 minutes. You have the chance to impact others in a big way today. Giving Tuesday is a day for nonprofits to get back a big portion of the love they give all year long. Nationwide last year, a record $2.7 billion was donated in the U.S. alone. So for 24 hours, you can help raise money and awareness for more than 100 businesses and organizations in East Tennessee. They're all on one website, the Big Give Knox. Here's a live look at the website right now. So far, the Great Smoky Mountains Institute at Tremont raised the most, with Habitat for Humanity in second place. We have a link on the WVLT News app if you would like to donate.
And today, business leaders from Knoxville's Burlington district are looking to address safety concerns as Greyhound Knoxville sets up a new bus stop near the Greater Warner Church. Leaders say they'll be putting together a safety plan for the East Knoxville neighborhood. The district is hoping they can take their issues up with a Greyhound representative tonight at 5 o'clock at the church on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. And 6 years ago this morning, first responders were on the front lines fighting the Gatlinburg wildfires. It started at the top of Chimney Tops Trail and spread throughout Sevier County. 14 people died. More than 190 people were hurt in that fire. Nearly 2,500 homes were destroyed. The wildfire left behind more than $2 billion in damages. Since 2016, the Sevier County Emergency Management Agency made changes by creating the Code Red alert system that sends alerts straight to your phone in case of an emergency. And right now at Minot Park, a memorial is being built to honor those who lost their lives 6 years ago. Gatlinburg's mayor tells us they hope it's finished by the end of the year. Well, right now, a man in Jefferson County is accused of intentionally setting a home on fire. Police say Corey Allen Wells is accused of setting the camper on fire, which then spread to a mobile home next door on Hodges Switch Road. Newmarket firefighters were able to save the mobile home. Sadly, a dog died in the camper fire. Witnesses tell police they overheard Wells making threats in the area before leaving. He was later arrested and charged with arson and aggravated animal cruelty. And the East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers need your help this morning finding this man. He's accused of loading up his shopping cart with power tools and leaving the store in a white Ford F-250. This happened on November 9th at the Sweetwater Rural King store. If you know him, please give Crime Stoppers a call. You can remain anonymous and receive a cash reward. We've got the number there on the bottom of your screen and inside the WVLT News app. Well, right now, forensic experts are working to identify human remains found inside a vacant school in East Knoxville. KPD says officers were called to the Knoxville Baptist Christian School property around 10 o'clock yesterday. It's where they found the remains. Officials tell us it doesn't look like there were any signs of foul play at the scene. And we now know the name of a man killed in a deadly Thanksgiving Day shooting. KPD says 27-year-old Martell Thomas from Detroit was shot and killed inside a car on McConnell Street. Investigators are calling it a targeted shooting. So far, they have not named any suspects. And new details this morning as police in Nashville are continuing to look for a woman they say is posing as a rideshare driver, then drugging her passengers and stealing their money. Now police believe the suspect could have help. Nearly a dozen incidents have been reported over the past 2 years, and victims tell police that they remember getting into what they believe to be their Uber or Lyft, and then the woman offers them a bottle of water. That is the last thing they remember. One victim lost his wallet and phone. His credit card was used at several locations across Nashville by the man you see there on your screen. Right now, police do not know who either of these people are. And the Tennessee Department of Education is releasing its annual report card for school districts across the state. The online tool allows you to see how the district and state is serving your child's school. You can see everything from academic achievement, finance reports, and staffing numbers. Right now, Knox, Anderson, Sevier, and Claiborne counties are all in need of improvement, according to the state. That report card is live online right now. We have a link to find it and find your child's district inside the WVLT News app. And new this morning, President Joe Biden calling on Congress to intervene to block a railroad strike before next month's deadline in stalled contract talks with unions. Speaker Nancy Pelosi says this week the House will consider legislation to avoid that national rail strike. The president is hoping Congress can pass a bill adopting a tentative labor agreement that his administration brokered between the labor leaders in September. 4 out of 12 rail unions voted that agreement down. Economists predict a strike really could cost the economy up to $2 billion a day and really upset a already fragile supply chain just before the holidays. And the Senate is expected to vote on same-sex marriage legislation today. The bill would make same-sex marriage federal law.
Senator Chuck Schumer announced he has reached an agreement with Republicans to hold a final passage vote that's expected to pass with bipartisan support. The bill will then go to the House.
And take a look at this. The world's largest active volcano on Hawaii's Big Island is erupting for the first time in almost 40 years. Thermal imaging catching the moment that Mauna Loa started spewing lava late Sunday night. Officials say there are no mandatory evacuations right now. Scientists say it could take weeks or months for the lava to reach residents if the volcano continues to erupt. It last erupted back in 1984.
Well, if you're looking for a job in manufacturing, Roane State could help. The school's hosting a job fair today at their Campbell County campus. Multiple manufacturing companies from Clinton, Anderson, and Campbell counties will be there. Everyone is invited, even if you are in high school. It'll be today from 3 until 6 o'clock. And a great turnout for this year's Fantasy of Trees. More than 61,000 people visited the Knoxville Convention Center. Visitors opened their hearts and their wallets. More than $400,000 was raised over the 5-day event. The money now goes to East Tennessee Children's Hospital.
USA.
Let's get a look at your first alert traffic with Whitney Turner.
Heads up if you're traveling through Sevier County today. Starting at 7:30, some road work is going to be taking place along the spur. It could slow you down. Be mindful of those crews. That work, it goes until 3 o'clock through Thursday. Then in Anderson County, starting at 9, some road works taking place on I-75. This is just south of that exit for Rocky Top. The southbound lanes of the interstate are going to be impacted, so you may see some delays there as well later this morning. If you're getting out the door right now, though, all those interstates and main roads are on time.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
6:55 now as we start the day off with a chill and a clear sky. Remember, we end the day with rain and some ripples of thunder moving in. That'll last through tonight into tomorrow morning. It'll start winding down. So the key here is that we do have another ½ an inch to an inch of rain coming up through the southern and central valley. You can see we get closer to 3/4 to an inch plus in parts of the valley, basically with a few downpours and thunderstorms. That means you see these big spikes up into that heavier rainfall from one side of Anderson County to the other, 1/3 of an inch to an inch. A good choppy ½ an inch along the plateau at the Tennessee-Kentucky line as well. 3/4 to an inch of rain trying to reach up into far northeast Tennessee. So all in all, there's a lot of change ahead from this beautiful, clear, chilly morning. 35 Knoxville, 30 Middlesboro, 42 though Crossville, with some patches of fog in our area this morning. But then for your day today, we'll increase some scattered clouds this afternoon, and the temperature plus the wind. Actually, the winds are what helps to move up that temperature to 59 at noon with a high today of 68. Then the rain and storms move in this evening through the overnight, where we're tracking a drop in temperature for tomorrow. So I've got more on all that for you coming up on the CW.
Ooh, a chilly 27 on there. Big jacket tomorrow.
I don't even want to talk about
Big jacket. It is 6:56. That'll do it for us here on WVLT. We're headed over to WBXX for 2 more hours of news. A beautiful shot of the sunrise on this Tuesday morning.